Good morning, my road runners, my future runners. How are you guys doing out there? We see a wave and a show of hands. I am Natasha Harris. I am your Transfer Student Success Coordinator and Senior Admissions Officer. I just want to welcome you guys on and say welcome to the Cal State University Bakersfield Transfer Next Steps Workshop. So today we're just going to cover a few items on what to do next in your admissions process. You guys have all been admitted. We are very excited to welcome you here to CSUB. And so today is just to tell you a little bit more about how to get to advising and what to do now. Joining on the webinar is Melissa Mayfield. She is your transfer specialist. Many of you guys know her from the BC and Taft campus. We also will have Vanessa, who is your ASI representative, and Jacob, who is also your other incoming ASI representative. We have Irene, who will be talking a little bit about SSC advising, and then the wonderful Dr. Dwayne Cantrell, who is the AVP of Enrollment Management. So we're going to have him start us off by giving you guys a welcome to the university and letting you guys know a little bit more about the campus and words of motivation and encouragement for the fall. Dr. Cantrell. This is our...
All right. Good morning, everyone. Are you able to show my video just so they can see my face?
I will. I cannot. Okay, there you go.
There we are. Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you, Natasha, for organizing this wonderful point of connection. This is certainly we keep hearing how unprecedented a time this is and how challenging a time this is. But as you are transfer students, I always want to share my heart for transfer students. Transfer students are the most resilient of students, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is because when you're a transfer student, you actually transition more than once into an experience. So you come out of high school and you go to a community college, at least one community college, maybe more. And so you have to transition your life, your time, the way that you study, the way that you engage with the campus is very different than the way you did in high school. And then once you acclimate to finally getting a hang of the community college experience, now you're ready to transfer and transition again. So there are multiple transition points. And this year, unlike any other year, is a transition with such extreme circumstances that you're under. And so many of you have family circumstances, friends, relatives, and others, and many people are struggling. Some people are struggling with health issues, and you're still here. And I just want to say how impressive it is that you're even engaging at this point, seeing the importance of your future. Your future and your success will pave the road for others behind you. Your future and your success will not only make relatives proud and those in your community who are connected to you proud. What they'll do is they'll open doors. So just by you being connected, you're opening a door of opportunity, you're opening a door of hope, you're opening a door for a younger person to say, if you did this, I can too. And not only in a normal circumstance is this the case, it's certainly the case now where you have many options to just say, you know what, I'm just done. I'm throwing in the towel, it's just too much. There's too much going on, I can't handle it. Well, you're showing by being here today that you can and that you will. And by you doing this, you're giving strength to so many other people who are there. So I just want to, on behalf of Cal State University Bakersfield, I want to congratulate you, I want to welcome you, but I also want to commend you on your persistence to continue to push forward. And I want to encourage you during tough times, during hard times and challenging times, keep pushing, keep moving, get to that finish line and get it done, because as you do that, others will want to do the same. You're breaking the back of poverty in your community when you get your degree. You're opening doors of opportunity and windows in ways that you can't even imagine as people are looking at you. So again, thank you for what you're doing. In terms of what to expect from our campus, our arms are still open, as you can see. And being virtual is not going to stop us from being caring and being here and being here to serve you. And with Melissa and Natasha and Jacob and others who are here to help, to assist, to be there, we're still here for you. So whatever you need, reach out, but we want to see that you make it as well. We are going to be mostly virtual on our campus. And when I say mostly virtual, there are some programs that may require some time that would be in person on a safe and smaller scale. The whole idea here is that we keep people safe. And we want to make sure that we don't have any contact that's not necessary, where folks would come in contact with each other and then go back to their relatives, grandparents, or others and have unnecessary contact where we can keep our community as safe as possible. But we still want to provide you with a quality academic experience, which you will receive. And so as you receive this experience, it will be mostly virtual, but you should know that there are so many support services that continue even from this past academic year that will only get stronger as we're in this virtual presence. We still have, and I know Natasha will probably talk about this, but we still have our health center that you have access to. We still have our counseling services. We still have services for students with disabilities. We still have all of our service tutoring, supplemental instruction is virtual. So we have many, many support services that are virtual that can help you, that will assist you, that will get you there. So no, it's not the same as being physically present, but we will be as present as we need to be and as you like us to be able to make sure you get to where you need to get to. So again, I just want to say thank you. I want to welcome you. And I want to commend you for all that you are, all that you're doing. And I want to say, keep it going. And I'll end by saying, go runners. Congratulations. You're muted, Natasha. Natasha, you have to unmute yourself.
All right, here I go. Okay, I got to work through this meeting stuff. Apologize. Woo, Dr. Cantrell. All right. Thank you, Dr. Cantrell, for those words. Melissa, do we have any questions in particular for Dr. Cantrell before we? I think he's going to hang out with us for a little bit, but.
All right. I'll be here. Any questions, answers?
All righty. All right. Next up, I'm introducing to you the 2019-2020.
Actually, I think Natasha.
We do have one.
Natasha, I think you have some.
Melissa?
Yes. I'm here.
Okay. Oh, no, we're going to get to the Q&A.
Oh, got you. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so Melissa is monitoring your Q&A questions if we're not answering, because we do see those as we're going through the presentation. A lot of those will hopefully be answered. All the ones I see so far, we're going to answer those in the presentation.
Yes.
All righty. And then next up is Miss Vanessa. She is your 2019-2020 ASI transfer representative. I'm going to introduce Vanessa and Jacob, who will be your Fall 2020 ASI representative. Vanessa and Jacob.
Hi, good morning, Natasha. Can I share my screen, or can I share my video as well?
Yes. Uh-oh. What did I do with you, Vanessa? Okay.
And Vanessa, I'm sorry, I didn't see your picture on there, and I do want to commend you in front of all the students who are on the line right now. Vanessa is absolutely 100% amazing. And so she is one of our student leaders, and she is extraordinary in what she does. So I look forward to her comments, and I just want to thank her as well for all of her work with our campus. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Vanessa, I can't see you yet. Are you? All right, Vanessa, I don't. Let's see more. Make a co-host. Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Let me
I think mine's still.
Yep, I'm getting you. There we come, Jacob.
Okay.
All right, Jacob, are you there?
Yes.
Yep, there he is.
Okay, well, thank you for that speech, Dr. Cantrell. So hello, everyone. My name is Vanessa Chica-Isa, and I am, like Natasha mentioned, the 2019 through 2020 Director of Transfer Students. And it was a position that I really held near and dear to my heart. I am a fellow transfer student myself, and I transferred here 2 years ago. And when I first transferred here, I never really felt like school spirit before. In high school, I wasn't about, how people are competitive with their schools, and even in community college. But when I got to CSUB, that pride really just resonated in me. And it's because of all of the administration, the faculty, and the staff that are dedicated to student success. And so with that being said, I'm so excited for the journeys that you guys have ahead of you. I know that these are different times, but I believe that all of these CSUB students are so extremely lucky to be going through these times at CSUB, because we have so many people that are dedicated to helping us, like Natasha, like the Transfer Center. So it's amazing. And I don't know if I introduced myself, but my name is Vanessa Chica-Isa, and I am the 2020 through 2021 incoming ASI president. And with that being said, so what is ASI? So ASI stands for Associated Students Incorporated, and our duties here on campus is to represent your voices, and it's to advocate for you. And so there are 26 of us representatives. So your bases are really covered, and one of those is the Director of Transfer Students. And so I am going to put some information in the chat, and I recommend that you all save that information so that if you ever have any questions down the line, you know who to contact, because maybe I don't know all the answers, but I know somebody who does. So I'm going to put that in the chat, and I want you to know that we're here for you, especially during these times. We want your input. We want you to stay connected with us, and we want to stay connected with you as well. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce you to Jacob Richardson. He is the incoming ASI Director of Transfer Students. So I'm going to let him take it away.
Hi, everyone. So thank you for joining us. I just really wanted to introduce myself. My name is Jacob Richardson. I will be the Director of Transfer Students for 2020-2021 year. And I just want to encourage everyone to really enjoy the experience of transferring. I know for me, my story was very similar to Vanessa's. I really never participated. I didn't really have the school spirit thing. And then through transferring from Bakersfield College into CSUB, I really jumped into the experience of being on campus. And it's such a great experience. And even though we're going to be virtual this upcoming semester, we're going to work so hard to make sure that you can feel that even though campus isn't going to be open. And so I just really encourage everyone to go out, make a splash, get involved, because there's so many things for transfer students that you just contribute so much to the community, and we're excited to have you.
All right, thank you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys around campus eventually. Yes, runners up. She's teaching you guys runners up already. Look at Vanessa's ASI. All righty. So that's the one sign you have to learn when we say runners up, and you'll see your president, she's always yelling runners up. So we have to put up our runner sign. So at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and get started with our presentation. We will be filtering through. Melissa will be monitoring your Q&A session. If you have a question for us as we're going through, you can put it inside of the Q&A. I do ask you guys kind of hold on till the end. So far, a lot of the questions that have come through the Q&A, we are set to answer those questions in going through the presentation and workshop. So we're not ignoring you, we see them. So we're gonna get those answered as we start off our presentation here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started soon as I figure out how to share my screen again. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna share this screen. Alrighty. So this is what is my next steps with the CSUB Transfer Center. Like I said, you have me and Melissa. You also have you have one other transfer specialist, Amani. Many of you guys remember her from the BC program. She is our other transfer coordinator. And then we also have two transfer ambassadors. We have Aaliyah and Flora. So they are your ambassadors for the Transfer Center. And as we return back, Dr. Cantrell has some surprises for us coming in the fall or spring when we return to campus. So today we're just going to talk about making sure, are you eligible to transfer? The admissions process, some important dates and things to get through the admissions process. Then we'll talk about your academic schools and advising. The biggest question you guys have, I want you to have an answer to, is how to schedule your academic advising, who to call, who to talk to, how do I register for classes? And then I'm going to give you guys some other important dates and deadlines to think about for the fall as we transition here. So starting off, are you eligible for fall 2020 transfer? So all transfer students coming in for the fall must still have their 60 units completed, 60 transferable units or 90 quarter units from your community college or previous universities. The Golden Four must be completed with the C or better. That's your A1, that's your public speaking, your expository writing, critical thinking, and math by the end of the spring semester. I know we've talked to a few of you guys that will be taking some additional classes over the summer. That is okay. And then do you have a 2.0? You must have a 2.0 overall. Overall, when we combine all of your transcripts together, you must have a 2.0. And then if you're a non-resident outside of California, this is my Arizona, my Oregon people I see, 2.5 GPA. And the last one, number 4, which is the most important one, you must submit transcripts to the campus and any of your test scores. All righty. We're going to talk a little bit more about the submission of transcripts and the test scores and why they're important to us. All right. So those are the 4 items that I want everyone to think about. Do I have those 4 items completed? Where am I at in the process of completing those 4 items as well? So you guys are all on the call because you guys have all did the first step in admissions, which was accepting your offer of admissions, and then most have submitted their intent to enroll. You are required to submit the $100 non-refundable deposit. The majority of you guys have completed that item. It was on your to-do list. If you have not, go and view your to-do list again. You also have the option when submitting your intent to enroll to submit the fee waivers. So if you're getting financial aid, you can submit the deferment and have it referred out to your fee waiver. That $100 basically secures your spot, and it's a kind of a down payment on your tuition for the incoming semester. All right, so what are our next steps? So except all of you guys are provisional admitted to the university right now. So that provisional admissions is contingent upon you passing the classes that you're currently enrolled in for this semester or for the summer. Submitting your official transcripts, your admissions being validated, your transfer evaluation being posted, and then you have your academic advising appointment. Those are the key steps in the admissions process to get you through. So number 1, so you guys have all accepted your offer, and now we're on transcripts. So official transcripts are needed for all transfer students. We must see what you are currently enrolled in for the spring semester in progress. This is needed, so if you have not submitted your official transcripts from your college, campus, or university, you need to submit those immediately. The official transcripts are needed to validate your admissions, so we have to go through and verify that yes, you have completed or have in progress the 60 units in Golden 4. So that's the first step, is the admissions validation. The next step is the transfer evaluation. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit how this admissions process is working for the fall here and going forward. So admissions will need to receive your official transcripts. The admissions team will go through and validate them, saying, yes, the student meets the requirements. And then once that is done, we will turn it over to our evaluations team. The evaluations team is the one who then will go through and post your transfer credit work. Once your transfer credit work once your courses from your previous college or university have been evaluated and posted to your account, and I'm going to show you where those are going to be posted out on your account, then Academic advising will be calling you to schedule your academic advising appointment. Your transcripts, if they're in or not, you need to check your myCSUB. On your myCSUB, if your transcripts reads received, that means we have actually received them here at the campus. Alrighty, so check your myCSUB, look for receive. Don't email me. I'm not gonna answer your email if you email me asking me are my transcripts received. I'll tell you that now. Alrighty. And validation, going back to that one, all transcripts must be received. And if you have AP tests that you're using for your English or you're using CLEP scores, you must submit those as well. A heads up for all my BC students in Porterville, BC, Porterville, and Saracoso. You must submit transcripts individually from each one of those campuses if you took courses on that campus. And you'll be able to see them on your unofficial that have either the BC or the CC or the PC. So if you're a BC student and you took one class over at Saracoso, you have to go and request the official transcripts from Saracoso to come over as well. And then your CLEP scores, you can log into your College Board and request that your CLEP scores be sent over, or your AP test scores, all right? So we need those for validation and also for your evaluation. We want to make sure before we send you to academic advising that we have all the classes and coursework you've completed and that we can post it to your account. So that way academic advising is not misadvising you and they're not telling you to take something you've already taken and now you're sitting here having a back and forth conversation with an academic advisor that you've already completed a course, but that academic advisor can't see it because you haven't submitted it to us. So you want to make sure, submit all official transcripts. And I'm going to give you guys the email and the mailing address of where to turn those transcripts in at. All righty. So this is your myCSUB portal. As you guys all have logged into your portal when you accepted your offer of admissions, this is Rowdy Student Center. You can see inside of your Student Center, you'll be able to see your academics. So the first box will tell you where your classes are, what your schedule is. You'll be able to see, search for classes in here, register for classes in here. Once underneath the second part under finances, you'll be able to see your financial aid package. Once you've been validated and everything and moved to evaluation and that coursework is posted, your financial aid package will start appearing sometime mid next month. If you need to enroll in direct deposit, I want to encourage you guys all, enroll in direct deposit. That way, once your financial aid check is available, it will direct deposit straight into your account. Also, if you qualify for any loans or anything like that from the campus, they will also appear right here in your finance section for you to take, for you to accept your offer, all righty? If you need to pay a bill, pay your tuition amount, you can pay it right here. Through other financials, you can click on that button and make a payment, and then you'll be able to make payments in there on your financial, on your tuition once it's available. And the bottom is your personal information, so that will be your address, phone number, email. If in case you're wondering where we're sending all your emails to, check in there. That's where all your emails and stuff are going to. Also in there, if you want to sign your FERPA release, if you want us to be able to talk to your parents or anything like that, you can put that, you can complete that FERPA release in there. And there's a lot more. The key thing I want you guys to pay attention to right now is the holes on your account. You guys really want to make sure you don't have any holes on your account. That's the student financial agreement. Rowdy right now, he has a student financial agreement, which means Rowdy ain't getting no financial aid right now because he has to complete the student financial agreement. So you guys will see that appear on your account in a little bit once you're enrolled in classes and your financial aid package post. Also, the to-do list, that is a key item. That is where if we need any documents from you, from admissions, financial aid, or anything like that the campus needs you to do, we're gonna put it right down your to-do list. So for Rowdy right now, he needs to submit a transcript. He also has some financial aid stuff he needs to take care of. That's the NSLDS, his veteran benefits. Rowdy is a veteran, so he needs to take care of his veteran benefits. That means he needs to probably submit his DD 214 or get us his documents in so we can get him certified for his veteran benefits. New student orientation. You guys all have that on your account. Their orientation is a two-step process. The first step is an online orientation. And you just click on the link and go complete the online orientation. I love it. I was part of the development crew of it. So please complete the online orientation. It's very informative as you guys are preparing to come in for this next semester. It has a lot of good information on there. So I really want to encourage you guys to take part. Part 2 of the orientation, that will be your in-person orientation. At this point in time, orientation is still on the books and scheduled for you. So you need to register for orientation. We are working, the orientation department is working on that, on the virtual part of it and also the in-person part of it to see what exactly we're going to do. They will be following the orders of our mayor and also of our chancellor and our campus president as to what we can and cannot do. So just stay tuned, but I want to encourage you guys complete step 1 and then also look at registering for part 2 of that. And then the other thing on Rowdy's checklist is his final college transcripts. So all students, final college transcripts are due July 15th. That is with your final courses in progress. Next, we have confirm his intent to enroll. Somebody's calling. Okay. Confirm your intent to enroll if he has not already, and then your student financial agreement. So you just want to make sure you go through all the items on your to-do list. Your to-do list will vary. This is Rowdy's. Rowdy's not being very proactive right now. So you want to make sure you take care of those items. And then underneath that is enrollment dates. So once you're eligible to enroll, we have validated your admissions and your transfer evaluation is posted. Then your enrollment date appointments will start appearing. Just as a heads up, transfer students will not start registering for classes until June 15th. So June 15th, that's when we will start registering for classes. All righty. Melissa, do we have any questions about the Student Center that you can see right now?
The Student Center, there was a student that just asked about why they couldn't see their enrollment date. So I believe you just answered that. That would probably mean that you need to check your to-do list and make sure that all of your items are in a received status. Admissions is currently going through and validating those. However, that is done in order that they were received. So students who submitted their transcripts by that February 15th deadline are going to be reviewed first, and then it'll go in the order in which we receive a completed file per student.
All righty. Thank you. All right. So those that are turning in their transcripts right now, don't call. So June 15th is a magic deadline date, but we're going to talk about when advising will start seeing you. But the key thing I want to make sure I'm stressing to you guys is that your enrollment date will not show up until we receive those official transcripts. You may have, just as a heads up too, you may have sent unofficials, you may have emailed transcripts to myself or Melissa or somebody else on the campus. Those are unofficials. Officials come directly from the university, from the college or university you're attending to us. So just know that if you sent them previously by email, you sent it, copy and paste, that is not an official transcript, all right? All right, so as you look into your account, one key thing I want you guys to see, okay, I'm gonna skip here. I'm gonna come back to that screen. Transfer credit. So how will you know when your transfer credit is posted? When you're logging into your myCSUB account, and across the top of the screen, you'll see Student Center, General Information, Transfer Credit, Academics, and Finance. Student Center was the front page we were just looking at. And the next one I want you guys to pay attention to is your transfer credit. So once you go to transfer credit, this is where you will be able to see if your transfer coursework has been posted and your credit has been evaluated. This is kind of what it will look like. So this is a student from BC. Rowdy came to us from BC. All my BC people, I'm shaking my pom-poms at you. BC, so this is how many units he's transferring in, 73.5 units, and has a GPA of a 2.925. When you scroll down below in the institution, all of the previous colleges and universities you've attended will all be right there under institution. And then if you have any test credit, like your CLEP or your AP test, you'll see those right there under test credit. And then if you have other credits, so let's say you're military or something like that, military students, you do get some units. If you submit your DD-214, that will go in there under other credit. Alrighty. So once your transfer credit work is posted, this is what it will look like. This is what you can actually see inside of your student center. You can see Bakersfield College completed Psych B1 in the spring, and it's equivalent to our Psych 1018. And you'll be able to scroll through here and see all of the courses where you've transferred in. If it says elective, that means that we don't have a course, we don't have an exact match of a course for that class. And that's okay. The course still transferred in, but it's meaning elective credit. Also, you'll see on there, like this one, the Biology B18, it came in as a GEB2. That just means the student, we don't have a Biology 18 and Essential Human Anatomy and Physiology class exactly matching this one from BC. But this class is transferring in and meeting the biology life science requirements, so that's why it's equal to GEB2 and the GEB3. So they're getting their life science credit and the life science lab for that. So that will satisfy the general education requirements. If for some reason you see something and it's reading elective, but you felt like, hey, I took that for my major, talk to your academic advisor. They can work through that with you. Also, if you're looking on here and you feel you took a class and it should be equivalent to the exact class because College Source said it or somebody like that said it, you're always welcome to fill out a service request form and talk to our evaluations team, and they can look it up and reevaluate it for you, all righty? So on the transfer credit, this is where you'll see your transfer credit. Also, once you review your transfer credit, another good place for you to look at is your academic requirements page. You'll get to this one also from the main page in your student center. If you want to know, so now that I've transferred here, you got all my transfer courses, they're all posted, they're articulated. So what do I have left to complete now? What did I already have completed here at CSUB? How many more classes do I have to get to complete my degree? You can look right here at your academic requirements page. For Rowdy, you can see Rowdy has transferred in. The A1, A2, and A3 are all completed. Green check marks means it's done. Those are classes you do not have to worry about, all righty? So Rowdy has those done. But Rowdy is a psychology major and has not completed all the psychology requirements yet. So these will be Rowdy's core courses. So the red squares mean those are not completed. So those are more or less courses you're going to do here with us at CSUB, your foundation courses, your advanced topics and things like that, application courses. Those are your upper division major requirements now that you will do here. All righty. So for all of you guys, A1, A2, A1, area B, C, and D should be done at your community college because you guys are all transferring in with associate's degrees for transfers, which will make my life and my academic advisors' lives easier. And it also means that you're out of here in 2 years. Yay! 15 units. Look, I'm plugging 15 and finish now. 15 units a semester, 30 a year will get you done in 2 years, as long as you stay the course. 15 units a semester, 30 a year. 2 years and you're done. The savings is amazing that you'll have, alrighty? But this we'll see. You will also see on here courses not used. So if there's courses, how we had those elective credits earlier, those courses will go into here under courses not used. That just means that we didn't use them in your general education anywhere, nor did we use them in your major. But you transferred them in, and we're still giving you the unit credits towards the 120 needed to graduate. Alrighty? 120 units needed to graduate. 15 units a semester, 30 a year, get you done in 2 years. All right, any questions, Melissa, on transfer credit or academic requirements?
Yes, so once again, how you get to your transfer credit report is when you are viewing your myCSUB portal. Up at the top, there is the academic section. If you click the drop down, you'll be able to see that transfer credit report is an option. You can click on there, and that's where you'll be able to see the classes that you took at the community college that were transferred in and how they transferred into CSUB. So that's where you would be looking for that. And that's only going to be posted once all your transcripts have been received and the evaluations team has processed it.
All righty. Thank you. All right, so now we're moving on to the key thing that I think all of you guys are on this call about. Academic advising. How do I get registered for classes? What is classes? When do we start? So a little bit about CSUB. So CSUB, we have over 32 different majors and programs for you to decide on. Anything you want to do, theater, arts, business, communications, psych, business, whatever you want, we have something for you. So all of our majors are broken up into 4 academic schools. We have the School of Arts and Humanities, the School of Business and Public Administration, Natural Science, Mathematics, and Engineering. I always say Natural Science, Mathematics, and Engineering. They have the longest name and the biggest budget. And you have the Social Science and Education, which I think graduates the most students of any of our 4 academic schools, though. And they are the largest. And their staff, their academic advisors are amazing. Just FYI. I love all our academic advisors, but SSC, they're great. All right, so let me tell you about, so you're wondering now, how am I gonna get in contact? What major, so this is my major, which school do I fall into? So what I'm gonna do is give you a little information about each one of our academic majors, how to get in contact with them, what you can do and everything like that. So the first one we're gonna talk about is the School of Arts and Humanities. As you're looking at these, please take down the addresses of the emails. So if you are in art history, communications, English, history, modern language, music, philosophy, religious studies, theater, or interdisciplinary studies. Interdisciplinary studies is students that we don't have the major that you want. So what you can do with that is you can create and build your own major. All righty. So for the School of Arts and Humanities, I want to encourage you guys to go to their websites and go to all these schools' websites. You want to read more about your programs if you have not already and what CSUB has to offer in your roadmaps. Visit the website. The roadmaps are all on the website for every major that we have, all right? So the first school, Arts and Humanities. They're encouraging you to go to their website and sign up. They have a link on their website where you can sign up and register for appointments at. All righty? You can also email them at arts.humanities@csub.edu. They will start reaching out to transfer students. They began advising on June 15th. And they will start reaching out to students who are on the Ready to Advise list. Let's talk about this Ready to Advise list because you guys are going to hear this a lot. So the Ready to Advise list is developed based off once you have been validated through admissions and your transfer coursework is posted, you will then appear on a list that's called a Ready to Advise list for academic advising centers. So hear me again. Once you have been validated through admissions, all official transcripts received, admissions has validated you, and your transfer coursework has been posted, you will then appear on what's called a Ready to Advise list. And this is for all 4 of our academic schools. Once they can see you on this list, they will then start contacting you. They will contact you by email, and some will call by phone. But the majority of the main communications right now will come by email. I really want to encourage you, I didn't kind of say this in the beginning, email is the best way of communication for our campus at this time. A lot of our campus is virtual. We are not in the office, as you can see. Pretty much everybody at home, everybody you can see this morning is at home. I am here in the office. This office normally holds about 75 of us. I'm the only one sitting in here right now. Ooh, kind of creepy. But so everyone is at home working virtual. So you really want to email us, all right? So those that have been calling a little bit frustrated, there's no one here on the campus, so don't call. So email. So this is Arts and Humanities. Everyone got that one? What you need? All right, moving to the next one. This is the School of Business and Public Administration. So if you are applied science, applied studies, or business administration, you're going to contact the first number. Email the first one, BPA Student Services. That is who you're going to email. If you are public administration, you're going to email R. Daniels. If you are agriculture, business, economics, or environmental resource management, you're going to email Dr. Hegde. All righty. Business, they will start seeing. Let me come back to her.
Business is currently seeing incoming transfer students who have transfer work posted.
Yes, so they started advising transfers on the 27th, but you still cannot enroll until the 15th, all righty? So you must meet with an academic advisor. So get those emails, email them if you have not already. Many of you guys are business administration. If you have if you are in management, marketing, or anything like that, you're still going to fall under business administration. Your marketing, your management, your human resources are all concentrations that are under the business program, under the business administration program. All right. Giving you guys a second to grab those numbers. All right. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, the next school will be SSE. And I'm going to, where'd my little button go? Okay, here we go. The next school is Social Science and Education. No, Natural Science, Mathematics, and Engineering. Going in alphabetical order, sorry. Natural Science, Mathematics, and Engineering. So you guys will be emailing sciencecenter@csub.edu. So if you're biology, biochemistry, chemistry, computer engineering, computer science, electrical engineering, engineering science, geology, human biology, mathematics, natural science, and physics, there is your contact. They will begin, so the School of NSME will begin setting up appointments on June 1 for those students that are on the Ready to Advise list. But those appointments will probably start around the 15th. If you are a nursing major, traditional BSN, you're going to email Eva De Leon. And if you're RN to BSN, you're going to email Esmeralda. So a little bit about the nursing program. Traditional BSNs begin June and they're going to continue throughout the summer. And the same thing for RN to BSN. RN to BSN, you guys have a orientation that you must sign up for. And it is at this time that they will go through registration for those students in the RN to BSN program. All righty. June. So the BSN acceptance period will commence the middle of June and extend until all seats are confirmed and filled. So if you have not heard from the program, please reach out to them. They're still waiting for a little bit. They're still making decisions. And then for the BSN, RN to BSN, you guys should know by the end of this week. Woo! Fun times. You got to set on some pins and needles for a few more days. So RN to BSN, you guys should start finding out by the end of this week. You guys will see the communications from the nursing program if you've been admitted into the program. Just FYI, traditional BSN is 60 students for the fall, and the BSN program is 50 students for the fall. That is their cohort. If you're not accepted for this fall, you will have to reapply for the fall 2021 program. All righty. Give you guys a second. Everyone's got those email addresses down. All right, here we go to the next one. Now this is a school. All right, social science and education. So your anthropology, child, adolescent, and family studies, criminal justice, liberal studies, kinesiology, political science, psychology, and sociology. You are a part of the school at SSE. And I'm going to turn it over to Irene, who's going to tell you guys a little bit about your school and how advising is going to work for you guys.
Thanks, Natasha. So within our school, liberal studies is actually its own separate entity. So you all know advising for liberal studies is going to be different compared to the rest of the majors. Liberal studies will begin to advise on June 15th. However, they're doing one-on-one Zoom appointments. If you do not have Zoom capability, then you are able to make a telephone call. For the rest of the majors, what we're doing is we are creating videos for our students. So Natasha walked you all through the myCSUB page. We're going to be walking you all through that again. How do you search for classes? How do I check to make sure what prerequisites I'm getting errors on? How do I actually enroll into these courses? Then we're also making major specific videos for you all, walking you through your general education as well as your major requirements. And what we're hoping to do is just gather all of this information for you. That way, It'll make it a little easier for you when you start to register on June 15th. But what we would like for you to do is just, one, be patient. We do have a large amount of SSE students that are coming in. And what we're going to do is meet with you all via Zoom. So we're going to send you emails with links to all of these videos. We're going to hope that you watch these videos thoroughly and then write down any questions that you may have. But we want you to register for your classes before you get to us. And when we do have Zoom walk-ins, we're going to have breakout rooms with different advisors, allowing you to ask individualized questions. This way we don't have any privacy issues. You know, we don't have any situations where you're uncomfortable speaking because you're in a room full of other students. We are going to be able to break you out, speak to you individually, walk you through and show you your screens and see what your errors are. And then hopefully by that point, have you nice and settled and ready to go for the fall.
All righty. Thank you, Irene.
Thank you.
So for all of our academic schools, the majority of your appointments will be virtual. You will have some that are by phone, but the majority of them, all of them, will either be virtual or by phone. All righty. One other school that I didn't make a slide for, but they are, if you are Enroll Valley, you shouldn't be on the call, but just in case if you made it through, Enroll Valley, Leah, on the AVC campus, you can visit their website and get more information. They do have, for academic advising, she will start setting up appointments on the 1st for you, and you should receive an information about academic advising and orientation and everything. For our AVC students, you will not see the online orientation or the two-step orientation process on your to-do list. That is only for main campus students. AVC, you will have your own orientation led by the AVC campus staff that will happen on your satellite campus, alrighty? And I encourage you for AVC, go out and look on their website. They also have some how-to videos available on the YouTube channel that you can go out and watch, and they're about how to register for classes, academic advising, how to schedule those appointments and things like that for the AVC students, alrighty? So be on the lookout for those ones. Melissa, is there any questions so far on academic advising you think that we didn't cover?
It was requested that you go back to the business page. It said that you were zoomed in and they were not able to see the email addresses that they needed.
All righty. Give you guys a few minutes to view that one.
Natasha, it's Irene. There was also a question about somebody wanting to change their major and who do they contact for that. So you would be contacting the school to which you want to change your major to.
Thank you, Irene. I can't see the Q&As or the Zoom stuff. All right, do we all have that? We all have that one? I'm going to go through them one more time for you guys. Just I want to make sure everybody gets them here. So that is for the School of Arts and Humanities. There's the School of BPA. And I will ask, as you guys are emailing, please be patient with the responses. Natural Science, Mathematics, and Engineering, you have the two, the Science Center and the Nursing.
If you are having trouble viewing them, if you go under your options and set it up to be viewing it as full screen, you'll have an easier time seeing the information.
These academic advising centers will contact you. You can reach out to them by email, but the majority of them will start contacting you around the 1st. I really want to encourage you, before you reach out to the academic advising centers, please check and make sure that your transfer credit work is posted. And kind of have it before we are going through those. So you don't need to email us. You don't need to call us and ask, do we have your transcripts or anything like that. Check your myCSUB. If it says received, then we have it, and we're processing them in the order in which they were received, that all of your transcripts were received. So if you submitted a transcript back in February, you just realized you didn't submit Saracoso today, that puts you back with the May group, not with the February group, alrighty?
Do you want me to go over a few of these questions to answer them?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are having trouble getting into your myCSUB, you want to contact the CSUB help desk. That phone number I will also put in the chat, but it is 654-4357. And they'll be able to help you get back into your myCSUB portal. There was a question about liberal studies. Liberal studies will be advising beginning June 15th. And yes, registration is also June 15th. Do keep in mind, just because your registration date is June 15th, if you have not met with your advisor and your transfer credit report is not posted, you will not be eligible to register that day. So that's why it's important to log into your myCSUB and look at the status of your transcripts. I also wanted to go over if you want to minor, you can go ahead and discuss that with your advisor, letting them know what you want to minor in, and seeing how that will adjust your degree path. An initiated transcripts. So in your myCSUB portal, when you look at your to-do list and it says you can click on and see the status of your transcripts. If they are in initiated stage, that means that CSUB has not received them. Once we receive them, we mark them as received. And when we're talking about posting your transfer credit report, we will not work on that until all transcripts are on file. So that is to prevent errors and to make sure that we're not re-reviewing students. So we need to have all transcripts submitted in order to have a transfer credit done on you so it's done accurately. Also, too, once again, that is being done in the order of which we received the transcripts. So we've been receiving a lot of emails from students who just submitted their transcripts. So keep in mind that if you just submitted your transcript, it's going to take a little bit of time for us to get through them because we're processing the students who submitted them back on that February 15th deadline when they were due. Also, students who are taking summer classes, that's a big question right now. If you are taking summer classes and they are not going to be completed by that July 15th deadline when your final transcripts are due, you still need to submit what we consider a final transcript because we need to see those spring 2020 grades. And then you will submit an additional transcript once you have completed your summer coursework to CSUB. So you do want to make sure that you still adhere to that July 15th deadline of submitting your transcripts so that we can see those grades that you got for spring 20. And then once again, you'll submit once your summer grades have posted. Let's see, financial aid. I would recommend emailing financial aid. I know that they just got a new system for receiving documents. I would reference their website. They do give a lot of information on there. Irene answered about changing your major. You went back and did advising. Financial aid. Sorry, guys. I know, financial aid, we've got to get our money.
Another question I'll answer is CLEP scores. CLEP scores, if you have taken them, and even though they may be on your transcript, you need to still submit the official CLEP scores. We will not take the scores off of your transcripts. That's for CLEP and AP. So you need to submit the official scores from both of those. Some of you guys say, so June 15th is when transfer students will start registering. That is the first day of appointments that will be set for you guys. Just because June 15th is the first day you can actually start enrolling, that doesn't mean everyone will enroll June 15th. Alrighty, that is the first day they will start setting appointments. You guys are seeing, a lot of you guys see July 15th right now, and that is because that is our open enrollment day. Once the evaluations team has evaluated your transfer coursework and they start term activating you and putting you in, then you will start seeing your enrollment date change from July 15th to June 15th. July 15th is open enrollment for the campus. CSUB email, that will come once you have actually been registered for classes, and your CSUB email will open up as well. You will go to academic advising. Academic advising is the only ones that can put a roadmap for you together, and that will advise you on what classes to take. So if you have transfer, if you're transferring in and all of your transcripts are received, then that is who. And like I've already said, I will not answer questions about have you received my transcripts. You really need to check your to-do list. So the responses on those, if you email asking that question, you probably won't get a response back. Check your myCSUB.
Tasha, can you, I'm seeing multiple ones about business. Can you go back to the business screen, please?
Yeah. And then final transcripts will be posted on your account by June 1, and that just means they need to be submitted by July 15th. And you guys do not, incoming class does not qualify for the CARES Act at this point in time. That is only for currently enrolled CSUB students. You will need to reach out to your current community college campus in regards to that. All right. So we're going to move on. I have about 2 or 3 more other things to tell you. So some other items to do, like I'm going to continue to remind you, check your to-do list, check your to-do list, check your to-do list. All righty. Check financial aid. If financial aid is needing any other documents from you, they will post it right there in the to-do list items for you as well. Some of you guys may get flagged for verification or needing household income information. Continue to check in there. If you are emailing, like I said, be patient. Give us at least like 2 to 3 days before we're responding back. We are getting a lot of emails. At this point in time, it's mainly staff. We have an assigned staff that is going through and answering the emails. I'll tell you alone, for the admissions account, we get over about 150 to 200 emails a day, and I have 1 person answering emails. So you can check, you can do some calculations there for her. And then complete the online orientation steps. Main campus students, like I said, yes, you are still required to complete the online orientation and also complete step 2 of the orientation. You guys should have all received a communications from Crystal Montoya in orientation in regards to that. And I believe they're preparing another communication that will go out to you guys soon in regards to orientation. So final official transcripts. So final official transcripts are due to the campus by July 15th. You guys will start seeing, some of you guys may already have a final transcript on your account. Don't worry about it. We're going to load another one on there. I'll be loading that on your account within the next week or 2. It'll be on there by June 1. You must submit your final official transcripts by July 15th. All righty. If you have classes in progress that you're going to be taking for the summer, you must submit the official transcripts by July 15th, and then submit another transcript once your summer school classes are over. Transcripts, we prefer if you're sending them, if your campus can send them by email, they can be sent to incomingtranscripts@csub.edu. Otherwise, you can mail them to the campus, Cal State University, Bakersfield, Office of Admissions, 47 SA, 9001 Stockdale Highway. This information can also be found on our website. If you go at CSUB Admissions and go Admitted Students for Fall 18 and click on Transcripts, you will also see the email address and the address where they can be mailed to.
I have also put it in the chat, as well as it was in with several questions. So if you review the questions and answers, as well as in the chat, that information is in there as well.
Yeah. If you submitted transcripts to us previously because you were planning to come and then took classes at another and then decided to stay at your community college, you must submit new transcripts to the campus. Anytime that you've completed more courses you must submit new transcripts to the campus. So if we have transcripts because you were supposed to have been here fall of 19, so you submitted transcripts to us and your spring 2019 was in progress and now you're coming fall 2020, we will not post that coursework from your spring 2019 transcripts. You must submit new transcripts to us showing us what is in progress for spring 2020. All right, some other important emails that may be helpful for you guys is cashiering office, sfs@csub.edu. This will be in case you need to make a payment towards your tuition amount, have questions about payment arrangements or anything like that. You're more than welcome to reach out to them. CECE, that is your Career Service Center. They are still open and providing service to you guys virtually. They have workshops and everything that is going on virtually. They are there still to review your resumes and help you in aspects like that. Visit their website for their workshops and things they have, but you can also email them career@csub.edu. And then financial aid, I'm going to give you guys their phone number as well as their email address. So 654-3016 is the phone number for financial aid. Like I said, you can call, but do expect to be on hold. And if you have questions, it may be limited, alrighty? They have one person answering their phones. I encourage you to email them, findaid@csub.edu. They're pretty responsive. And then the last one is housing. If you need housing, remember CSUB still, we have our very nice, beautiful dorms over there with the campus community living inside of there. So if you are coming from outside of the Bakersfield community and need somewhere to stay, please contact our housing. They're still open. They are still doing activities and events over there, and they are social distancing in housing. If you have questions about loans, you can contact the financial aid department as well. And like I said, all of your financial aid package, once you've been validated, your financial aid package will start appearing inside of your myCSUB account. And you'll be able to see what grants, loans, and things like that you have available. We're going to look at doing one more webinar for you guys that will cover financial aid, kind of talking about the difference in financial aid here at the university versus at the community college. Just as a heads up, CSUB, we don't offer BOG, but we have what's called university grant. So there's a little bit change in language and terms and things like that. So be on the lookout for that one. That'll probably be our next workshop is financial aid, how to fund your future here at CSUB. All righty. Next one. If you guys have questions, if you guys go to the CSUB main webpage, csub.edu, ask Rowdy. Rowdy is there to help you. At the bottom of the screen and a lot of the main pages of our screens you go to, you'll see this little box that says, hey there, my name is, ask Rowdy. And you can click on that button and type in a question and Rowdy will search out an answer for you. If he doesn't have an answer, he'll say, I don't have, it'll kind of post some things to give you an idea of what you're asking for. And if there is not an answer, then that question will then be forwarded to the department and then they will probably reach out to you with an actual answer to your question, all right? So I really want to encourage you guys to use the Rowdy function. One other thing that we have on our website, I cut it off, is at the very top of our CSUB website, we do have a COVID-19 up there that you can click on. And if you click on that and go to resources, you will be able to see kind of additional phone numbers and offices and things like that that are available to you. Our incoming class, we are still offering counseling center services. Our rec center is still open. They do have virtual yoga classes and things like that that are going on that you can participate in. So we do have a lot of classes and things like that are going in. Counseling, if you need health services, our health center is open once you start here in the fall. So services like that are still open. Service hours, you'll be able to see service hours on them, kind of glancing through payment services, the student union, events and activities, financial aid. So you'll be able to see all of those resources, campus messages. You'll be able to see what the president is saying about what our fall looks like, what our chancellor is saying, so you can kind of see those things on there as well as frequently asked questions. All righty. And last but not least, welcome to the Cal State University, Bakersfield. We are here to serve you as a transfer center, and we want you to be brilliant, belong, and be CSUB. All righty. We're going to filter through the chat box if there's any other questions that you guys may have. You guys can kind of go ahead and pose those now. We'll spend about a few more minutes on here. I'm going to turn it over to Melissa, who will probably fill if there's any more questions in the Q&A session for you.
Yes, so most of these have been already discussed, but I just want to go ahead and make sure that, because I have several questions about this, so I want to make sure we're clarifying once again. If you are taking summer classes, you still need to make sure that you submit your transcripts by the July 15th deadline. And then if your summer grades have not posted by that July 15th deadline, you will then submit an updated transcript once your summer grades have posted. So you're going to need to submit 2 additional transcripts as opposed to 1 because you're taking summer coursework. So in order to get the credit for those summer classes, you're going to have to submit that additional transcript once those grades have posted. As for financial aid, like I said, we definitely go ahead and contact them via email. On their website is their Dropbox for submitting documents to them. So that can all be found on financial aid's website. The number, once again, to get to the help desk if you're having trouble getting into your myCSUB is 654-4357.
That's good.
There's several questions regarding transcripts, AP scores, CLEP scores. If they are in initiated status, that means that CSUB has not received them. So you want to make sure that you go out and you order all the transcripts, CLEP scores, AP scores, so that we can complete your file and get your transfer work posted. As far as fall, a lot of students were asking for clarification on fall. So fall will be held virtually with the exception of certain classes. More information will be coming out on what specifically those classes will be, such as lab classes and stuff like that. I encourage you to have that conversation with your advisors, as well as looking at the COVID page on CSUB's main website. Let's see.
Transcripts. If you send transcripts back in February and you are currently not enrolled, if you send transcripts in February and that was the final transcript, you do not have to resubmit another transcript from that college or university. You only have to submit finals for courses you were in progress for. Your DD-214, you can email that to admissions, admissions@csub.edu, and we will process that for you. Also, if you are in contact with the Veteran Center Coordinator, Jamie, if you've been in contact with her, you can also forward it to her and she will send it over to our office. Here's a good question I really like. If I was emailing advising, what am I supposed to say? Email them with your name, your ID number, and your major and saying, yes, I am a proud fall 2020 incoming student and I need an advising appointment. I need some glasses. Help me out. So yes, be sure to email them with your name and your ID number and your major, letting them know who you are so that way they can get you set up for an advising appointment. Disability services, you can go online. Sorry, I did not include that one. You can go online to CSUB Disability Services, and they are still open assisting students.
I have it. I will put it in the chat box.
Okay. Emails will be issued to you once you're registered for classes. You can view your ID number. You can find your ID number on any previous communication sent to you, except anything from Transfer Center, because I don't send your email address. But any official communications from the admissions office will have your CSUB ID number on there.
Okay.
All right, I think we have gotten through the majority of them. Like I said, Yeah, orientation, the library will, oh, the library. We have a virtual library right now. I haven't checked it out, but I hear it's pretty cool. So we do have a virtual library that is there to assist you. Once you guys start in the fall, if you are needing Chromebooks and hotspots, and I'm pretty sure this will come out at orientation time, you will be able to contact the help desk for that information, but you got to be enrolled in classes, set up, and everything taken care of for the fall. But yes, the library is open. It is a virtual library. Advising will give you all of your classes for the fall, as well as your roadmap and everything like that. All right, I think we have gotten through the majority of those. If we have not, you can email. Do not email me asking me, do I have your transcripts? I ain't answering you. We ain't gonna answer you. I'll tell you that right now. Your expected return time for that is when your transfer coursework is posted. If you email me asking me, do I have your transcripts?
In regards to the intent to enroll, there was multiple selections to that. So you could have selected that yes, you wanted to pay the $100 fee, or you could have selected that you wanted your financial aid to pick up that $100 fee. So if that was your selection, then it wouldn't have made you submit a payment at that time. So that could be the reason why it didn't direct you to pay that fee, because you selected that you wanted financial aid to cover that $100 intent to enroll fee.
All right. And Spanish, you are arts and humanities. If you're a Spanish major, you fall under modern language, and that does make you arts and humanities. All righty. I think we have answered the majority of those. If you have not already, if you still are needing assistance with getting your with summer classes being completed or something like that, please visit our social media website. If you guys aren't, go follow us on social media. Our Instagram is not the hottest, but it has got some cool information up there. Our transfer ambassador, Florida, is missing right now. So yeah, it's not always up to date, but we do post a lot of the events and things like that we're having. I am trying to right now figure out how I can hold a raffle virtually. I like to give away items and I like to spend money, and it's the end of the year. So be on the lookout. If you haven't already, go find us on we are on Instagram and Facebook, CSUB Transfer. And like I said, I'm gonna be looking at how I can give away something here. I need to figure out how I'm gonna get it to you. But we are looking at that. So follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and follow all of the CSUB websites. A lot of good information coming out. So once again, thank you guys for joining us. We look forward to welcoming you for the fall class. And just stay up to date. We're going to keep having webinars. We're going to keep partying, because we are transfers. Be brilliant, be long, be CSUB. Welcome.